If there's one way that free will showed up for me this past year, it's through traveling. And if you haven't guessed it yet, right after London, I hopped over to Barcelona for an extended stay in Europe. This stop was number 3 on my month-long travel journey. This part was intentionally slower. More sleeping in, later starts to the day, and casual, aimless walks. The perfect balance after being constantly on the move in New York and London. Having been to Barcelona before, though, definitely made slowing down easier. I was less on a mission to check off popular sites and activities and more open to letting the experience unfold. Also, slowing down feels easier in this stage of my life because my values are clearer. I value moving at my own pace more, time to rest when I need to, lingering in moments that feed my soul, being present with the people who I hold near and dear to me, and being able to make space for unexpected experiences outside of my plans or routines that can also be fulfilling. And on that note, my first couple of days were actually spent outside of Barcelona. The first stop was Blanes, a small town on the northern coast of Spain, about 2 hours from Barcelona. It was so hot, I genuinely thought I was cooking outside, so I didn't stay on the beach for long, but the Marimutra Botanical Garden was the perfect alternative. It's a garden at the top of a hill next to the ocean. As you make your way through this lush maze of greenery, you hear the sound of crashing waves in the background and are surrounded by the most perfect breeze. It was just as peaceful as it sounds, I promise. I spent most of my time in Blanes wandering through the garden because every turn looked like a postcard. I mean, just, ugh. I didn't want to leave. And I didn't think I'd make it back down the hill with enough time to even catch the sunset, but I ended up finding out about these smaller beaches a short walk away. I caught the last 30 minutes of light, then grabbed some pizza and headed back, dreaming of the things I'd seen, muscles relaxed from that ocean dip, a full heart, and a full stomach. Next time I'm in Spain, I want to continue exploring different cities, especially ones that are not as touristy but still offer an authentic and culture rich experience. The next excursion was another beach day, this time at Playa Sitges, about an hour south of Barca. No matter where I am in the world, being next to the ocean instantly calms my nervous system. Back in Barca, I spent an entire day at Parque Güell. To think that I had been there before, but I feel like I didn't experience it like I did this time. Because this time, I lingered. Was music always a part of this? This trip gave me the opportunity to revisit places I had seen before, bring back faded memories, and rediscover inspiration in familiar spaces. It was nice. I was also reminded, however, of how much American education and media can leave gaps in building our knowledge of world histories. In particular, while walking through some of the world renowned architectural works that exist in Barcelona, although beautiful and thought provoking and holding their own significance, I was reminded of the fact that I don't yet have enough knowledge of Black architectural history and the need to broaden my knowledge of Black architectural vernacular. These seem like such faraway concepts and shouldn't be, and I want to be more deliberate about pursuing that education and push beyond what I've already been presented with. On my aimless walks, I was reminded of how casual it is to see people creating art outside, not as work or for entertainment for people, but just because. It reminded me of how much I wanted to bring that kind of creativity back into my life. One day, that feeling influenced me right into a seat at a ceramic painting shop. I thought I wanted to color, but I ended up discovering the art of scratching, which to me feels like a more subtle yet rich art form and very much my vibe. I struggled to write the narrative for this video because I really tried to shut my brain off during this part of the trip. But moving at a slower pace is a very real part of how I like to spend my time when traveling sometimes. So, in the spirit of capturing and preserving true and authentic moments, it had to be done. Reflecting has also shown me how leaning into the things I deeply value can continue to guide me towards even more authentic versions of myself, a path I want to continue to follow. In all the ways that free will guides you in the next year, to the people, the places, and the things that you need to help you stay grounded in a world that can be pulling you in a million directions sometimes. In the ways that it helps you find joy, find peace, find rest, find safety. In the ways that it offers courage to begin, to try, to move on. In the ways that it draws you to new adventure, experiences, and lessons. In the ways that it invites you to slow down, to see and notice, feel, and grow, because that is truly the human experience. I hope you choose to say yes. Adios for now.